The last Haaland had his knee destroyed by England. 25 years later, his son wants to destroy England's World Cup dreams. Haaland was born in Leeds, England. His father played in the Premier League for 10 years. He speaks fluent English and holds a British passport. He could have easily worn the famous white shirt of England. With his talent, reaching the quarterfinals would be a breeze, but he chose Norway instead, because England was never an option. His father lost everything in this country. The 21st of April 2001, the Manchester Derby. Alf-Inge captained City, Keane captained United. They had bad blood. 2 years prior, Keane injured himself making a tackle. Alf-Inge stood over him and accused him of faking it. Keane remembered that for 2 years. Then came the revenge. It was not a normal tackle. Keane lunged in with his studs showing at knee height. He planted his studs right into Alf-Inge's right knee, tearing ligaments. Keane wrote in his autobiography, "I waited long enough. I hit him hard." But Alf-Inge's own words later were more powerful than any accusation. He said, "That tackle ended my career. I never played a full 90 minutes ever again." He gave his best decade to the Premier League, ruined without an apology. The word England became a taboo in his household. But Erling didn't choose Norway out of hatred for England. In his own words, "It was never a choice for me. I grew up in Norway, and in my heart, that is my country." He proudly wears Braut Haaland on his back, honoring both his parents. So he chose Norway, a nation of 5 million that missed the World Cup for 28 years. What about the England squad? 60 million people, boasting the richest league in the world. Any starting 11 they field is worth €1 billion. Tournament regulars and absolute title favorites. Put on that white shirt, and you are instantly closer to the trophy. England is a luxury cruise ship, you just enjoy the ride. But Haaland chose a wooden rowboat, and he has to row it himself. Alf-Inge never forced his own football dreams onto his son. His eldest son was ruined by high-pressure training. Forced to train daily, he lost interest and pursued finance instead. So with Erling, he took a completely different approach. Total freedom. Play football if you want to, or just play something else. Erling did track, long jump, cross-country, and skiing with his mother. Alf-Inge also threw him into games with much older kids. Lacking physical advantage, he was forced to use his football brain. That is why Haaland never relies solely on brute force. His off-the-ball movement and timing were forged during those early years. Off-seasons were crazy. While other stars hit the beaches, Alf-Inge dragged his son deep into the Norwegian forests to chop wood, chopping from dawn till dusk, leaving the giant completely sore. Haaland once joked, "My father forced me. I had no choice." Chopping wood is entirely different from lifting weights in a gym. Weights isolate muscles. Chopping wood builds full-body explosive power, and you cannot slack off. You cannot leave until the wood is chopped. But there was a deeper meaning Alf-Inge never spoke about. He knew a player's greatest fear isn't losing, it is injury. He brought his son to the mountains seemingly to build strength. But deep down he thought, his body must be stronger than mine, and strong enough so no one can do to him what Keane did to me. This brutal method built his freakish core strength. Defenders can't pull him, can't drop him, and can't hold him back. Rudiger tried man-marking him like glue for an entire match. Gabriel hung onto him like a backpack, spending more time clinging to Haaland than stepping on the pitch. His shirt was completely torn to shreds. But Haaland never complains, and he absolutely never dives. Tackled to the ground, he gets up. Pulled back, he keeps running. Elbowed in the face, he doesn't drop or throw his hands up, because his father told him, that is not how you win football matches. A ruined father raised the cleanest player on the pitch. On the international stage, his stats are even more outrageous. 53 caps for his country, 60 goals. He is the fastest player in world football history to hit 60 goals, beating Messi's mark by 69 games and Cristiano Ronaldo's by 76 games. Scoring in 14 consecutive internationals. No one this century has done that. Now, at the 2026 World Cup, 4 games, 7 goals. Tied for the Golden Boot with Messi and Mbappe. He destroyed Ivory Coast in the first knockout round. Then he outmuscled Gabriel with a header, and rocketed one from outside the box to upset Brazil 2-1. Norway reaches the World Cup quarterfinals for the very first time. He is carrying this entire team on his back. At Manchester City, De Bruyne plays him pinpoint through balls. Foden creates space for him, and Rodri dominates the midfield. He just needs to find the spot and tap the ball in. But with Norway, it is the exact opposite. If the midfield struggles, he drops deep to get the ball himself. If crosses are poor, he fights for the second balls himself. Nobody here can deliver those clinical De Bruyne passes. So he battles, he bullies, and he crashes through defenders himself. He has scored 60% of all Norway's World Cup goals single-handedly. And what about their opponents, England? A 900 million euro squad. Kane leads the line, flanked by Bellingham, Saka, and Rice. He has world-class playmakers all over the pitch, feeding him passes. England is an elite army. Norway is a one-man wrecking crew. July 12th, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. If Erling Haaland were wearing that white shirt, he would probably already be celebrating a semi-final spot right now. But he wears red, and he wants to eliminate them himself.